Yeah, this is Tactical Red and you're on Tactical United and you lost 3-1. Now, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Check my videos. Check. I want everyone now to go back and check my first video. Check it out. Yeah? Check that first video when I said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough. Not good enough. I said Mick Phelan won't be a good coach. I said that first 3 months that he had was trash because we played trash teams and he just let them play and they was happy and it was new manager bounce. What happened after lockdown was like a fresh start. Like Pogba back, Rashford back, everyone's gassed. But we were gassed for like 4 or 5 games, 4, 5, 6 games, and then started playing rubbish again. Poor style of play. Poor. Very, very, very poor. We got dominated by Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. You can't tell me, you actually can't tell me that we're good. You actually can't tell me we're good because we got dominated at home by Crystal Palace. What? Why did he pay Pogba when Pogba's only been training for 4 days since he got corona? No wonder he didn't play well. Why is McTominay starting? Why did Dan James start? What is he trying to do? This is the man again who has no tactical nous, no training, no tactics. Look at Bielsa. Look at all the managers. Look at what Ancelotti's done. Couple signings here, there, bang, they're better. He can't make us better. He's brought Maguire, not better. Wan-Bissaka on bench because don't trust him or not fit. But even if he's fit, what does he really do? Nothing, just a couple of slide tackles. We paid 50 million for slide tackles. Then we got McTominay there when Fred and Matic are better than him in the holding position. Why is he trying to make McTominay a holding midfielder? Tactically, he's poor. He's tactically inept. He's not even inept. He shouldn't be a manager. He shouldn't be a manager. The decisions that he's making is horrendous. First game of the season, poor. He signed Donny van de Beek, yeah? Yeah? Okay, yeah? Pogba's not fit. Van de Beek's fit. Why are you playing an unfit Pogba when Van de Beek is fit? It's like he's throwing Pogba under the bus. He's doing a Mourinho, but in his own fucking way. He's thrown Pogba under the bus today. A whole team didn't play well. When the whole team doesn't play well, it's the coaching. You people need to understand this is coaching. His level of coaching, his level of football IQ is way below average. He has no football IQ. Do you understand? He has no football IQ. So when someone has no football IQ, how can they make decisions? They can't, because he's rubbish. There's so much to devour. I mean, I haven't made the video for a long time now because I'm not excited about anything that we've done at Manchester United. I am not excited as a fan. I look at what we can do and we've done nothing. We've signed no one. We've done nothing. Liverpool have improved. Man City have improved. Spurs have improved. Chelsea have improved. These teams have improved. Arteta's a better manager than Ole. Ole's the worst manager in the league. Let's be honest. If you put Ole in charge of your team, any team, let's say put Ole in charge of I don't know. Let me think of a team. Aston Villa. They get relegated. Put Ole in charge of Leicester City, they're not getting top 7. They're getting 7th, 8th, 9th. Easy. They're finishing 8th, 9th. He's not, whatever team he has, whatever team Ole has, he's taking them, only the maximum is average. When you take an exam, it's a C. That's the maximum he can do with a team. He can't do better. He can't make a team better. Just takes them to what they are. Or below. That's what he does. Mulder, the best team in the league for years. He won it twice. Never won it again. After Cardiff, he's won nothing. He's won nothing for about 7 years, and he's our manager. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, people need to see what's happening in the club. People always jumping on, oh, we're not spending any money. It's the board. Glazers out. Woodward out. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you guys are pathetic. Like, you guys are like spoiled kids, man. Honestly, like, most Man United fans are like spoiled children. And it's annoying because it's like, for me, yeah, like, for me, honestly speaking, our team should beat Palace. So with all these people that are talking about Glazers out, Woodward out, this team should beat Palace comfortably. But look how Roy Hodgson's got them man playing, like, at Old Trafford. Like, the defense was disjointed. There was no cohesion in the team. What has been happening on the training pitch? What are they doing? What's going on? Like, that performance was horrendous. That was a performance that is clearly, like, without your first team, you're whack. Like, without our first team, Ollie can't do nothing with Dan James or McTominay. Like, McTominay and Dan James should be improving, but they're not. What does that say about the manager? Like, Bruno Fernandes come to Man United and has got worse. Rashford is still Trashford. Fuck it. Like, fuck it. He's still Trashford. What does he do? Like, I want to know what Rashford does in a game. Like, I don't know what he does in the game. I don't know. Like, and do you know what? All these players, I don't even blame them because they have quality. But because we have no coaching, they actually can't do anything. It's just freestyle football. That's not even their fault. It's not even their fault. Like I don't even blame the players. It's just the coaching is so bad. And someone said it. I was watching someone's, I think it was on Rance's channel, and he said that he thinks they've lost the dressing room. And I think that's what it is. Do you know why I think they lost the dressing room? Players must be pissed off with Ollie. Like, 1 minute you're playing bare games, next minute you're dropped for no reason. 1 minute he's giving you the right act, and next man up playing and he's not giving them the right act when they play shit. Like this is inconsistent management. This is not good management. Like, Maguire gets a bollocking, doesn't get a bollocking, yeah? Doesn't get a bollocking for fucking doing some mad shit, yeah? In Greece, yeah? Doing a madness, got caught up in a madness, yeah? And Jesse Lingard gets bollocking just for, like, fucking a pillow on Instagram. This is what I'm saying about Ollie. Like, Ollie's just a dickhead, bro. Like, I think he's just like, he's so inept at man management, and he's so not a manager. It's just too obvious. Like, you need okay, man, if you're not, like, Ferguson was not the greatest tactician. He was a good tactician and he understood football, had a high level of IQ. And I'm not dissing Fergie at all, but tactically speaking, he knew he needed a coach. But Ollie, he's got Mick Phelan, Carrick and McKenna. This is not coaches that can make progress football of Manchester United. And then we got Woodward and the Glazers on top of them. It stinks from top to bottom. Like, from top to bottom, Manchester United stinks. It stinks. It just stinks. The club stinks. The players have been let down. The players have been thrown under the bus. Why is Phil Jones, like, people complain about the board, yeah? People say the board. Bruv, since Ollie came in, the players that have signed contracts, they weren't getting contracts before Ollie. Phil Jones wasn't getting a contract. De Gea wasn't getting that money. Pereira wasn't getting a contract. Do you get what I'm saying? That Williams would have never even started. Like, Williams will be loaned out a long time ago. Williams, see Williams, Brandon Williams, do you know he's a championship level player? Like, he will never get picked for the England squad. He will never get picked. Like, how are we playing a player that's never ever going to get picked for the England squad? That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. We're embarrassing ourselves. We always had players that we know that can play for England. We know that, but now we don't. Like, and this is Ollie's level, bringing us down to this shitty level. Why? Because they have a British passport. This is why. Like, you know, he's just, you know what he is? He's just like a fun-loving guy. He's a good, like, you know, like, oh, go and see Ollie, he'll cheer you up. Like he should just be like a cheerleader. he's just a cheerleader. Like, he's a mascot. He should be a club mascot. Like Ollie, like, he should be a club mascot, because this is what he is. He's a club mascot. He just makes people happy. He makes Martial happy, Pogba, but there's no respect. There's no respect there. No one respects Ollie because they know that he's inept. That's why Lukaku ducked out. Did you not hear what Lukaku said? He said, as soon as Ollie put me on the left and played me as a right winger, I knew I was done at the club. As soon as he did that, he was like, oh, I need to get a move. Because Ollie does something dumb like that and put Lukaku as a right winger. That's mad, you know. Like, this guy's mad, you know. This guy's crazy. Like, I'm saying this guy is a mad guy. Like, being on the bench, like, all this on the bench. I've been on the bench, like, studying the game, bro. What does he study? Because as far as I can see, what he's been studying hasn't worked out for him, because he's a rubbish coach, a rubbish manager. Igalo, like, he hasn't used Igalo properly. Like, the starting lineup was horrendous. I said this already. 2 keepers. Like, what? He's giving Henderson 120 grand. I don't care about the money. I genuinely don't care about the money. But why are you overpaying people for no reason? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you give Henderson 80 grand. You can give Henderson 70 grand. What? 120 grand? Bruv, you're not even England's number 1. And you're getting paid like a number 1 keeper. This is what I'm saying. And all these decisions are Ollie. People think it's the board, Matt Judge. But Ollie has said, there's an interview with Gary Neville he did probably, I would say, between December to January. I think it was around December. He said in this interview that he had with Gary Neville, he said, me and Mick Phelan make the transfer decisions at the club. And all the negotiations are done by, like, the board and stuff. But we decide, like, so he decides, yeah, like, give this guy a contract, give that guy a contract. He decides that. He decides all of that. And he's decided to give these guys contracts. Because the board don't know about football, so they're trusting them. They can only trust Ollie. Because they don't have any football IQ, like, they have lower IQ than he does. Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know about football. So they have to implicitly trust the managers. Like, they have no choice because they don't know about football. So Ollie's making the decisions. Frankel was, Mourinho was, but they didn't want to sign players that are, like, above a certain age group. And no one liked Mourinho anyway at the club. No one really liked him. You know, so everything is down to Ollie right now as I see it. Like, the board not spending money on Sancho is, yeah, that's the board. But most of the mess that you see on the pitch is Ollie. Like, 80% of the messes that you see. Like, what's Sancho really going to do? You think buying Sancho is going to make us play better football when we have a midfield that is completely all over the pitch? They're disjointed. It's the way Crystal Palace were just going through us like it was nothing. Like, it was nothing. They men were going through us like it's nothing. But, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Zaha and them, man. Like, them man, Zaha, bruv. Like, he thought, yeah, I'm back. Bruv, I'm telling you now, I would sign Zaha. Like, when I see a baller, see Zaha, yeah, he's a baller. He is a baller. He's a top. Every time I see him, I think he's a baller. I'm never disappointed. Yeah, he does some things that are frustrating, but most of the time he don't. Like, he's a very underrated player, man. He's a baller. Like, he shouldn't even be at Palace. But he's the one that keeps Palace up. Like, it's just him. Like with Zaha, if Zaha gets bought, like them men are getting relegated, bro. Like that's how good Zaha is, bro. I would take Zaha back now, bro. I'll be like, you know what? If we don't get Sancho, I'm taking Zaha back for 3 years. Let him bang do a thing, bro. Fuck that, bro. Like, what is? We need more experience. Like he doesn't know how to get the best out of Greenwood. Greenwood has come and like he's gone backwards. The more games he plays, the more time he spends with Ollie, the more backwards he's going. I'm worried. I'm worried for fucking Rashford, Martial, Pogba. Look at Bruno. Look how he plays. It's poor. He's playing for Portugal in a system. You can see a difference. But when he's playing in Ollie's system, he's just pissed off because he's thinking, what the fuck is this? What is this? Like, I got ballers here, but this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So he's thinking that he's Billy Big Nuts and he's doing everything on the pitch. But, you know, he can't do that on the pitch. You can't be that guy because he's not even that good to do that. Like, he's not that good. Like Messi, that's what Messi does. Like when no one's banging it, he just does something. But Bruno's not that level of baller. He's a good player, but not that level. So for me, there's so much wrong with the club. But the main thing is Ollie. We need to get Ollie out. Like this board and the board thing. Yeah, I know we want to get them out, and I know they're just rinsing the club, taking money out of the club. I know they're doing that. Yeah, but listen, unless someone comes up for a bid, they're gonna be there. Like who's gonna pay 4 billion for Man United? Like, do you know how much 4 billion is? 4 billion is a lot of money for a football club. Like, when are you gonna make your money back on that 4 billion? That's gonna take a while. So why would you spend 4 billion to buy a club? Yeah, you have an asset that you can sell, but who's gonna buy it? So no one's gonna buy the club, man. So what we need to do, like, we need to focus on the football as fans, yeah? Because it's the football that we care about, ultimately. And we need to say, look, this manager has been here, yeah, for nearly 2 years, and he has no style of play. Ancelotti, Arteta, new managers that have been in the league and come in after him, you are seeing their style. What is that telling you about Ollie? That he has no style, that he can't produce it, he's not good enough. Like, people need to realise this, and then when they understand, they'll be like, Ollie out. But their IQ as well is the same level as Ollie's. It's low, and not everyone has a high IQ. Not everyone has a high IQ. Not everyone has a high IQ. I'm just keeping it real. Not everyone does. I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50. Like, I think 50% of people do, and the people that do probably don't even care about football. But they can look at it and think, wow, I look at this team and they do bits, and I look at this team and they don't. That's all you need to understand as a footballer. Like, and yeah, like, but they spent 80 million on Maguire. They spent 50 million on Wan-Bissaka, 50, 60 million on Bruno, 90 million on Pogba, 50 million on Martial, Matic, Fred, 50 million on Matic, 50 million on Fred. This is money. Joff, 30 million, Bay, 30 million, Lindelof, 30 million, Wan-Bissaka, 50 million. Like, it's money. But most of these signings are shit. Most of them are shit. Like, for me, the only good signings we've made is Pogba, and that's not really playing a part, but it's because he's been with coaches that have not been good. He's only had Mourinho and Ollie, 2 average coaches. Pogba and Martial and Bruno. That's the rest of them have not paid off. So I'm gonna end it like this, yeah? Because I'm frustrated as fuck. And I know a lot of Man United fans are frustrated as fuck because it's just shit football. And the worst thing to watch in the world is shit football. When you're a football fan and you're watching your team play shit football, it's the worst thing because you're just sick and tired of it. But the way I see it, yeah, it's basically, we're not getting top 4. Ollie's gonna get sacked real quick, you know. I think the players threw him under the bus. That's my opinion. he's probably lost McTominay and James too. Let's be honest. Imagine them, man. That man are never getting games and getting little cameos here and there. And they're thinking, right, and then you put man in the team and then you expect me to do bits. But I know that you just want to take me out. Like, they don't, but they're not good enough anyway. So, like, you know when someone's in a position and they know they're not good enough, they get arrogant. And so then man probably think, wow, I should be playing. Like, Martial hasn't scored just the last game, I should be playing. Like, but they're shit. But they probably got a chip on their shoulder too with Ollie, because they're probably thinking, wow, like, I'm not really going to get games. James got taken off at half-time. Like, for what? I think he's just trying to be like Mourinho. I think he's probably watched All or Nothing and he's thought, oh yeah, Mourinho's taking people off half-time, I should do that, should do that. Probably doesn't know what a real dressing room is, but you only heard Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson was too high level of IQ to know what Ferguson's doing. Like, the IQ is too high. Like, Ferguson does things that, like, even like, only if you're like a psychiatrist or something, you can clock what's going on. That's the level of Ferguson. So Ollie's probably, his experience has been that, and he doesn't know what's even happening. So, you know, Mulder, Cardiff, Man United, he doesn't know nothing about football. Let's be honest, he knows nothing about coaching or football. Nothing. And that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say. Like, I didn't do a video for the whole of since the last game of the season, because I think there's nothing to be excited about, because I personally think that nothing was going to happen now. We're done out here. We're done. So I'm just keeping it calm, because I know we're done out here. We're done. Trust me. Like, we're done out here. Under Ollie, we're done. Nothing more. Like, this is, we're done. That little bit on lockdown was his last bit. Keeps holding on to it. In the press conference, oh, the average that Man United finished since Fergie left is 5th. I finished 3rd. Fuck off. What are you trying to spin? He's spinning it. Like, don't try to spin the fans. Like, you're trying to spin fans with your bullshit. Like, you finished 3rd because everyone else slacked, and you had the lowest amount of points. You had the same points that you had last season. So don't try to spin it, because we can spin it back. Anyway, I'm Tactical Red. I'm driving home. It's my mom's birthday today. Shout out my mom. Had a lovely day, and then Man United had to ruin it, as per usual. But yeah, gonna keep it moving, keep improving. Stay humble, stay healthy. Catch you on the other side.